Greetings, upstanders. Dr. O here, and the Superintendent Ryan Walters of Oklahoma not only wants to make Oklahoma schools a theocratic educational institution, but also now is in having a test that teachers from New York and California need to take if they want to teach in that school system. And this exam is being administered by prageru, a fake, non-accredited so-called university that has been partnering with the Trump administration and the Department of Education to rewrite curricula, particularly through cartoons and the like, for kids all across the country. And they're rolling out an entire new program for the 250-year anniversary of the United States. That's the company that is going to be administering the test, and that's an Oklahoma-based company. Now, if you're wondering who Ryan Walters is, this is the man who talks about having the Ten Commandments in the schools, buying Trump Bibles to have in the schools that kids are reading from. Mr. Holier Than Thou got into the controversy because somebody in another meeting said that they saw pornography in the background on his TV screen. Yes, that guy. And the fact of the matter is that Oklahoma already has a teacher shortage, y'all. It already has a teacher shortage, and some of us may not know this, but a fact of the matter is that Oklahoma is actually ranked. You know where it ranks as it relates to education in the top 50 out of all 50 states? Yes, you are right. Oklahoma ranks first. No, nope, sorry. First last. Because Oklahoma ranks 50th out of the 50 states as it relates to education outcomes. So you would think a state that has 50 is number 50 at the bottom as it relates to school performance, has a shortage of teachers, and is already dealing with other economic issues as well, would welcome teachers coming in from other states. But they want to have, I want to make sure I read this correctly. Oklahoma will require applicants for teacher jobs coming from California and New York to pass an exam that the Republican dominated state's top education official says is designed to safeguard against quote unquote radical leftist ideology. Opponents like myself are calling it a MAGA loyalty test. So, guys, this is what we're dealing with. The man is already trying to turn the educational system into a theocratic educational institution, and now is also denying possibly the best teachers to come into their state. When I say the best teachers, I don't mean the best teachers because they come from New York or California. I just mean that these are potentially great teachers. Period, bottom line. And when you take a national board certified, when you become a nationally board certified teacher, that means you are actually already pre qualified to teach in every state. It's different than if I'm here in Maryland and I want to become a Maryland teacher, I got to become certified by the state of Maryland. But even if I've been teaching here for 20 years, if I move out to like Ohio or something like that, I have to get certified again. I have to go through their whole certification process. All right. So again, we're talking about the state level. He said, "Oh, anybody who wants to teach at the state level, national board certification certified teachers automatically are allowed to teach at the state level of any state. Sure, they go through little other things here and there, but it doesn't matter. That's the difference. But it's not going to matter because now you also have to take a MAGA test. This is similar to what Trump's doing in making sure that he interviews the generals to determine whether he's going to allow people to become four-star generals. So Oklahoma, which is bottom 50 in education, is becoming a theocratic state in terms of education, and now it's also continuing its race to can't race to the bottom if you're already there, and now it's denying opportunities for teachers who could be great for the state to come in. Now people could say, well, people can hire who they want and so on and so forth, but a MAGA test, really, really, and to only have those two states be the ones that are called out, that's completely political. Because if they were serious about it, anybody who came from any state will take it. What about if somebody comes from Massachusetts? But obviously, New York and California are considered liberal bastions, for people who are conservative and come from red states and the like. So this is a political move by a man who's really working hard, and he's clearly winning to go national in terms of his profile. But this is a man who's going national for all the wrong reasons, and this needs to continue to be called out. What are people going to do about it? Are you going to your boards of education there? Are you protesting? Are you raising awareness? Let us know what we can do who don't live in Oklahoma, so that we can help you all fight this, because this is absolutely ridiculous. This is a state that needs all the resources it can get. I wrote in my book Lies About Black People. There were schools in Oklahoma that were close to losing accreditation, and I think had accreditation suspended for a while, and some students couldn't even get college credit for some of their courses and the like. Like, these are some of the things that are happening in Oklahoma, and I'm not talking about just the black students. It's happening to all the students there. White parents should also be upset about what's going on in this space, but I don't know. I don't live there, and I'm hoping more speak up. Maybe people don't know about this story. You can read the story below to find out more, but this is where we are. This is where we are. And so, New York, California, going to Oklahoma, get ready to take that test. And it's probably happening in other states. Oklahoma is just the one we know about right now. It's ridiculous. It's just not right. And once again, our kids are suffering because of this type of political play. Let me know what you think. Please make sure that y'all subscribe, and let's get to 25,000 subscribers. I really appreciate it. Appreciate y'all support so far. Let me know y'all's thoughts on this conversation we're having today. Take care. Peace.